Okay, this is going to be my last whiskey of the night. And I ordered the best whiskey, the best Canadian whiskey from Paradigm Spirits. And there were a couple other whiskeys that were available from Paradigm Spirits when I made my order. So I got the wheated whiskey, which was really nice. And I got this one here. This is the Paradigm Spirits Company Heritage Collection, barreled in 2000. So it's like several years old. It says it's 19 years old, and I gotta pull out my magnifying glass here. Whoa! Single grain, bottle number 791. I don't know how many there were. Cask strength, Canadian whiskey, 750 mils, 67.9% alcohol by volume. If I'm not drunk now, I'll be drunk after I taste this. And what does it say here? It says something. It's hard to read because it's white on gold. Aged in virgin oak barrels with level 2 char. Okay. SIP Awards 2022 Gold. American Spirit 2021. Ascot something. American Spirits 2020 Gold Awards Double Platinum winner. Oh, it's got a lot of awards on here. What does that mean? Canadian whiskey. It says here, we selected this beautiful single grain expression as the first in our Heritage series. A distillery set in a former cereal processing facility led us to highlight the very best of the grains that passed through our doors for decades. This single grain Canadian whiskey was aged in new wood and bottled in cask strength. It offers a decadent nose of vanilla caramel followed by a complex, lingering, and beautiful finish. Enjoy responsibly. Well, I'm at home. I'm not driving anywhere. Everything's good. 67.9% alcohol by volume. I think that is the highest alcohol by volume content of whiskey I've ever had here on my channel. Now, let's see if I can get this open somehow. It's a tight little bastard. Okay. It's fancy. Very fancy. Oh. It's a plastic freaking cork with a fancy glass top on it. All right. I will pour me a dram. This is apparently the big cheese of the Paradigm. It was not cheap either. Being cask and a half strength, $163.67 plus taxes. It's about $180, if not a little more. $180 for that kind of money. For that kind of money, this juice better be good. Oh my goodness. I only went for it because I was going for the Canadian Best Whiskey, and I clicked on everything they had on their website. Okay. Right away I get vanilla. And besides vanilla, I'm getting other things too. Some caramel. Quite a bit of caramel. I might have to add some water to this in order to be fair and in order to get what I can out of it. Because at 67.9% alcohol by volume, it is acting as a great big anesthetic, so I can't smell or taste anything. And you can tell by the way I'm talking that I have had a few whiskeys already before this one. So this is the last one of the night. When it's 67.9% alcohol by volume, it is the last one of the night. There's no mistaking that. Okay. There's loads of caramel. There's a bit of vanilla. And there's what else? Oh, I'm going to have to add water to this. But first, I'm going to be true to myself and taste it neat as I'm nosing it neat. Even though I'm missing part of the nose, I'm sure because of the high ABV, I'm going to give it a taste neat. And don't worry, I have a glass of cold water here to bring things down. Oh my. Paradigm Spirits, here we go. Smells good, really. Ooh. Despite the high ABV, there is a lot of caramel going on here. Lots and lots of caramel. Caramel, butterscotch, caramel, butterscotch. Ooh. Wow. This might be one hell of a fantastic whiskey. It is strong. Don't get me wrong, it is strong. It's high ABV. I'm going to add a good spoon of water. Maybe 2 spoons of water. I think that would be fair. Okay. 2 spoons of water had been added to this Paradigm Crazy Horse whiskey. Wow, what strength. Oh. More butterscotch. I add water to it and get more butterscotch. How does this go on the palate now that I have added so much water to it? Oh. It's still strung like crazy. Oh my goodness. before I just sipped that water, I was getting a lot of corn husk and a lot of sweetness. Corn husk, but corn husk uh, cubed, corn husk to the third power. Oh my goodness. What next? This is an expensive dram, but wow. It will last a long time because you can add water to it and add water to it, and it still will be good. Oh, let's add another one. Oh, water. Okay. Now, I'm sure that it will still be in the... Ooh, excuse me. I've had a few already, and sometimes things just come up. Yeah, mostly air. It would be uglier if it was whiskey that was coming up, but that ain't gonna happen, because I always got lots of water on the side. Well, Paradigm. Huh. This is the Cask strength one. This is not the one that won the Canadian award for best taste in spirit. This is beyond. This is the strongest whiskey I've ever had on my table. 67.9% alcohol by volume. That is insane and a half. But now that I've brought it down to something a little more sane, let's taste it again. It has legs. It has butterscotch, and it has bite. Oh, still strong alcohol. But the overall flavor is butterscotch. Do that again. Let's do it. Spoon. Another spoon. Bring it down to something a little more reasonable, because 67.9% alcohol by volume is more than I've ever had in one bottle. It's really too much. I am more of a pour and play kind of guy. Give me something at 46, 48%. I will pour it and I will play. But 67.9% alcohol by volume is more than I like to play with. What is this here? This is the thing that was hanging around the neck of the bottle. It says here, Paradigm Spirits Company Heritage Collection 2020 release. So it's been around for a while. Too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is barely enough, said Mark Twain. That is the quote on this thing here. Oh, yeah. That is one crazy dram. But the overall flavor is really good. I like the butterscotch. Have I read what it says on here? We selected this beautiful single grain expression as the first in our Heritage series. A distillery set in a former cereal processing facility led us to highlight the very best of the grains that passed through our doors for decades. This single grain Canadian whiskey was aged in new wood and bottled at cask strength. It offers a decadent nose of vanilla and oatmeal, followed by a complex, lingering, and beautiful finish. Enjoy responsibly. Really? I don't think they can make this responsible. This is just too much. But here we go. Okay. Now that I've added quite a bit of water, okay, butterscotch and oats. Not bad. Not bad at all. But it needs a lot of water to tame it, because drinking this neat is just crazy. Totally crazy. But with the water I've added to it, butterscotch, a little bit corn. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. But it needs lots of water. Like I said, I'm the pour and play kind of guy. I'm not crazy about adding water and titrating and getting it down to where you can enjoy drinking it. I want to just pour it and enjoy it. This is way too strong to do that. This will last a long time on my shelf, and on rare occasions, it will be my final, last whiskey of the night after I've had so many other things. And even then, I think I will add a bunch of water to it like I did this time. I'm still getting that heavy butterscotch note. That's mostly what I'm getting from it. Heavy butterscotch. I don't think that it's possible to drown this one. I've added 4, 5, 6 spoons of water to it. And it's now drinkable. And I still get butterscotch, like Werther's candy. Werther's butterscotch candies. And that's what I'm getting on the palate. What a whiskey. And at the price, it's not at all cheap. Does it have a number? How many bottles there are? It does not appear to say. But I like the shape of the bottle. It's cool. It's a very cool shaped bottle. See that? It is a cool shape. And even the top. This could make one hell of a decanter when it's empty. But before it's empty, it can also make a really cool decanter. That was a hiccup, by the way. I'm sorry. It's my... Oh, another hiccup. It's my last whiskey. This is the last whiskey of my night. And I have been dragging it on for a little while because it says 22 minutes on there. So I will drink to your very good health. And if you can get one of these, enjoy, because it's a lot of butterscotch and a lot of alcohol. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go straight to bed. To your very good health.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.